Hey everyone, welcome to our first online Apollo meeting. The rest of our meetings will probably be held this same way for the rest of the semester, so welcome to the new format. Today's meeting will be pretty short. We are going to have each of the board members speak a little bit about their position and the responsibilities that entails, plus the traits that they think would fit each position. Plus, we're going to have two of our excellent commanders talk about their responsibilities. One thing to note, tonight, Monday, we will be sending out the board applications. Those will be due this Friday, so coming out tonight, Monday, due Friday, and then you will find out Saturday or Sunday whether you're getting an interview and for what, and then hopefully that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you will have your interview. So Monday tonight, application comes out. Friday night, midnight, it's due. Then by Sunday, you should know when you're interviewing, and then Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 9 p.m. will be the interviews. One last thing before we start into the clips is that alternative fundraising and fundraising outreach are being combined into one position. Not one position. The two of them will be working together as alt funds. There will be no separation between the two. So whenever Mitch talks about fundraising outreach, all those tasks and responsibilities will be under alternative fundraising. Something to keep in mind as you're watching and as you're applying. So the videos will be coming up. I should be putting the timestamps for each of the positions in the description, just so that if you don't have interest in a certain position, you can skip past it. Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, hey, so my name's Ethan Freese. I was one of the PR co-chairs for Apollo, and I'm here to let you know about some of the important aspects of public relations for Apollo and some of the responsibilities. So a lot of the work's like more behind the scenes work. You're working on the public image of Apollo, keeping the public as well as general members and everyone else involved with Apollo informed about what's going on, what events are coming up, and everything like that. So this is done like through creating social media content for the different platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, just to name a few, to keep people informed as well as engaged online. And also this is done by creating flyers for events and fundraisers that are coming up, because they also need to get approved when you submit fundraisers on Think. And you don't need to be like an expert graphic designer or wizard with Photoshop. I certainly wasn't, and I learned a lot through it. There's definitely different tools online that'll help you through this and like make it easier for you. One thing that I want to see improved upon for next year would be like the marketing aspect of this, like spreading flyers for events and stuff like that to increase attendance and like marketing for events. Some other responsibilities include contacting vendors such as Family Clothesline and designing merch for Apollo. This is like an ongoing process and making sure, like approving drafts and stuff like that from vendors and making sure everything looks good before it's finally printed, and then organizing merchandise orders and stuff like that. Also maintaining and updating the Apollo website. Yes, we have a website. I didn't create it, but it was a lot of fun this year getting to like work on it and keep it looking as good as it can, or yeah, making it look its best. Then also some other responsibilities include like collaborating with DAR on social media pushes and creating donation materials for social media that members can use to get donations for the donor drive. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I can think. If you have any questions, contact me. Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Sam, and I am here to talk to you about important qualities and traits to have if you're looking to apply for PR, because I did that. Ahaha. Okay. All right, let's get into it. This is gonna be like a vlog because I keep messing up. So if there's cut frames, that's why. Okay. First off, PR was so incredibly fun and rewarding, and getting to see people wear like your merch that you design and seeing like flyers that are put out that you designed was so freaking awesome that I cannot even explain to you. I could go on forever. Ooh. Okay, so an important trait or traits, let me rephrase, to have are time management skills and, I guess it's not a trait, time management and organizational skills. Because there will be times where you're working on a couple projects within Apollo with the other chair pairs at the same time and your own stuff. And school, obviously, so you want to make sure that you can effectively delegate time to all those projects to make sure that you're putting your best work out, you're meeting deadlines, and you're not stressing yourself out by waiting to the last minute and having to get everything done and crammed, because ultimately that doesn't result in the work that you're probably going to be proud of, and it's just, doesn't benefit anyone. Another part that was important in PR was obviously being creative and working well with others. Because you'll be working with the chair pairs, you got to work well with them. Overall, that's an important quality to have if you want to be on the board in general. You're going to be working with everyone, but for PR specifically, you will be working with other chair pairs on a constant basis. So you want to make sure that you are being open to opinions, and that you are overall just working well together and, being a cohesive unit. And as for the creative part, you are going to be designing merch that everyone wears. So you want to make sure also that you are working with the other Apollo members to make sure that there are designs that everyone would like and want to wear, because this is all about unifying us as a group. So you want to make sure that everyone's included, because that makes it more fun, and overall it's more rewarding. Seeing everyone wear what you've designed and what you all helped to design was one of the best feelings ever. Honestly, it was probably one of the best parts about being PR. One of my favorite parts about being PR, at least. So just being open and including everyone and being creative as a group is really important and really fun. Woohoo! Okay, hope I explained that well. If I didn't, please reach out to me, because I could honestly go about this for hours. I loved PR. This was one of the best years. This was the best year of college so far, and probably one of the best years of my life. So I could go on about how much I loved PR and how much I love Apollo for hours, and due to the situation at hand, we have hours to talk about it. So if you want to talk to me more about it and maybe get a better explanation if I did a bad job, please reach out to me. I would be more than happy to talk to you about it and to listen to your ideas and just be your sensei. I'm sorry. I'd be more than happy to talk to you and to hear what you got to say. Okay. Overall, I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry if it wasn't. Yep. But I love you all. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. And I hope to see you guys really soon, because I miss you and I love you. But and to you, baby, especially now more than ever, I love you all. Bye.
Hey everyone, I hope everyone's staying safe. I just want to make a quick video outlining the responsibilities and the qualities we might be looking for if you're interested in applying for alt funds for next year. The Alternative Fundraising Chair, as most of you probably already know, we're in charge of coordinating and executing all of our small scale fundraisers. So our restaurant fundraisers, our item sales, and things like that. So some qualities we'll be looking for in a potential candidate for next year. I would say one of the most important is you have to be highly organized. I know for me personally, I had many fundraisers going on at the same time, and some of these have a lot of moving parts, so it's important to be able to stay on top of what you need to do. And with that as well comes time management skills, prioritization skills as well. Another admirable quality we'll be looking for is being creative. We debuted a bunch of new fundraisers this year. We plan to keep on expanding on these and debuting even more new ones. So being able to be creative and think of new ways to fundraise is important. And finally, just being, I'd say, adaptable. I know there are times when my fundraisers didn't go as they wanted sometimes, or something came up, being able to adapt to that and being able to still pull off the fundraisers, I would say a very important quality for this position. So these are just a short list of the most important qualities. If you have any more questions about alt funds and what we do, feel free to text me at 484-557-2291, and I can answer any questions. All right, see you guys. Good luck.
What's up, guys? So I'm here today to tell you about what it takes to be a fundraising outreach board member. So the first thing you need to know is that I may not have made it seem this way, but the fundraising outreach position is actually a lot of fun. It's mostly fun because you get to interact with general members in a way that not many of the other board positions get to. I mean, you get to interact with them directly through, break fundraising like canvassing and distributing donation boxes, which is not a privilege that a lot of other board positions get to do. The second thing you need to know is that it's a pretty solitary board position, and it's not solitary in like a bad way, like solitary confinement. It's just that it's very separated from the other positions in the fact that it's fundraising outside of State College, and everybody else does fundraising inside of State College, right? So the only interaction that an FO position would have would be like with alt funds or PR. And in that respect, you also get to give advice to other board members from the position of more of a general member, because you're not actively helping them out with their fundraising. The third thing is that motivation is a big key to what I do, and I might not have been very good at it, but it's definitely important to know that motivating people to fundraise during their break is very important, and it's really helpful for the position. And that kind of leads into the last one, which is that there's a lot of room for growth. So keep that in mind when you're applying to board positions. Know that fundraising outreach was awesome for me, and I had an awesome time doing it, and good luck.
Hey guys, it's Katie. So for the three main things I'd say for MR in terms of like the importance of going into that chair position, I would say the first is, as cheesy as it sounds, would honestly be outgoing. That's one of the most important, to me, that was one of the most important things for me, being a general member in Apollo, as well as being a commander and an MR chair. You need to just really know how to comfortably approach people and start conversations and include others in conversations, maybe that are sitting off to the side. You need to definitely be able to take initiative on things like that and be comfortable doing so, because it's pretty evident if you're not comfortable, and we don't want that for the members. As for the second one, I would say patience and persistence. Commanders know this. It can be hard to get a hold of people at times, and sometimes you're not getting the response that you're looking for from your general members. Planning events and working with commanders who might have different mannerisms and thought process than you in terms of planning things and connecting with people can be a bit frustrating at times. So patience and persistence and NGU is definitely an important aspect as well. I'd say the third one would be just being very open-minded and aware. So by that, I mean being cognizant of how other people react to social situations, or, hey, maybe this is how I should phrase something in a group me versus this is how I should phrase something in person. And also being able to work with different commanders of different social styles. If some people communicate differently than others, you may have to communicate differently with them to get them to communicate differently to others, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would say overall outgoing would probably be the biggest one. You have to definitely love people and love Apollo and be able to show that to others. So something I was very fortunate to be able to do, and I hope the next MR chairs had the same great experience I did. Good luck.
If you're watching this, it's because I am no longer your MR chair, and you are thinking about becoming an MR chair. Responsibilities of an MR chair mainly are to attain and retain also engaging members, doing this through the events that you host, activity fairs, and small things and activities like group me's and, staying involved with Snapchat groups and whatnot, just, engaging members. Also, another big thing is the constellation system. Managing and picking commanders, organizing constellation competitions, picture of the week, video of the week, blah, 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 as well as the point system, state of the universe. As an MR chair, I really enjoyed meeting the new members, being their first people they come see because they have to get put into constellations, and yeah, that was just something I really enjoyed. I think to be a good MR chair, you should be an organized person with good time management skills. You should be creative as to come up with good competitions, good events, and be good at delegating issues, especially with the commander system. So, thanks.
Hi Apollo, I'm Kelly. I'm one of the commanders for Phoenix. Shout out to everyone in Phoenix. As a commander, you are a leader of one of the 4 constellations. It's your job to show new and old members what kind of organization Apollo is, and you set up expectations for what's to come throughout the year. It's your job to make sure that everyone feels that they're engaged with the organization at the level that they would like to be involved in, and that they're included in whatever is going on. You work with your co-commander throughout the year to set up different events with your constellation and sometimes other constellations to help people form new relationships or even strengthen old relationships with other people within the organization. You'll pass along information from the e-board about various things that are happening in Apollo so that everyone's on the same page with what's going on at that particular time. So it's important to have good communication skills. You want to be outgoing and not afraid to meet new people or talk to new people. You should be able to motivate people to get involved and to also stay involved. You'll be responsible for what's going on in your constellation, so you need to make sure that things are running very smoothly. And overall, you need to have that NGU attitude. If something sets you back, don't let it actually set you back. Like, keep pushing forward, never give up. I've really loved and enjoyed my time as a commander, and I'd say that my favorite thing overall was getting really close with people from my constellation. So if this is something that you think that you'd be interested in doing, don't hesitate in applying. Definitely give it a shot.
Hi guys, it's Noelle, and I'm here to tell you about my experience as a commander this past year and just tell you a little bit about it. So, as the role of a commander, your goal is to get people engaged and feel welcomed in Apollo and sort of break any boundaries that they might have when they first enter. And it's also just a good way to meet people and interact with them. And some of the things I had the most fun with were organizing events weekly, whether it was family dinners or a game night or movie night. It's all about just getting people involved and engaged and feeling comfortable. And some important skills that you'll need to have for this role are interpersonal skills, good communication skills between you and your co-commander and the other people as well. And also being organized and having everything planned out throughout the week and not sort of last minute. But thank you guys.
Hey everyone, me again. This time I'm here to talk about DAR. So I think DAR is a great position to join. The three skills that you'll probably want to have if you're considering being a DAR chair is the ability to motivate people, motivating people to get donor drive, send out the envelopes, take care of corporate matching, and then getting alumni to help out. those are the four main areas of DAR as I see it. And the ability to motivate people into contributing to these is important. But just as important, I think, is making things fun. If people are bored, they aren't going to do it. So put effort in to make sure that people are enjoying it. Make these topics that many people wouldn't consider interesting, and find a way to make them interesting. And then you have to be comfortable reaching out to strangers, whether that's new members of Apollo that you don't already know, or alumni. Really, you will have a lot of time reaching out to people outside of the club. So part of your job is being able to do that. Consider DAR. I really enjoyed it this past year, and it's a lot of fun. See you again soon.
Hey guys, so if you're applying to be a DAR chair, two things you really want to consider are planning ahead and communication. Planning ahead is really going to help you throughout the year. When there are a bunch of different pushes and a lot of things going on, you can kind of refer back to your plan about who you're going to push to and how you're going to push to them. And it kind of plays along with communication, because if you plan ahead, you can tell the PR chairs like what they have to make for your pushes, and then you can communicate it to all the members. Communication is the second point. It's really like being able to communicate to our donors what Thon means to us, and like the broad picture that is Thon, and also communicating to our own members about how important pushes are, and really like how to effectively get the donations.
Okay, so as an FR chair, I think that our primary and most important goal as a chair is to be that primary contact between our families and our organization, and through that we can build and strengthen relationships between our members and our families. We try to do this every week by texting, communicating, getting little details into their lives, what they need support-wise, what they've been up to, and then we share to our members that information during the meetings. And we also plan events throughout the year. It's an all-year thing, since our families aren't with us just during the school year, they're all year. So we plan things in the fall, spring, summer if we can. And overall, we're just building connections. We have some internal Thon work that we have to do with Adopt a Family program, which is pretty simple, short, bi-weekly reports just stating what we've done and what we plan to do. And yeah.
So your role as FR chair is so special because you are the main point of contact between our families and our members. And with that being said, your job is to facilitate relationships between you, your FR chair, your co-chair, and your families, as well as your families and your members. And one of the main ways you will be doing this is by holding events that you'll plan throughout the year. And we want to make sure that we're doing them throughout the whole year, because cancer doesn't stop, so we don't stop. And we want them to know that we are with them in their fight, and we are supporting them throughout the whole year. And another big thing too is that you want to make sure that your focus is on their whole story, not just their cancer story, because they have lives just as much as you and I do. So you don't want to make it all about them having cancer, because that's just not their whole life. And we don't want to focus on that, but we also want to make them aware that we are there to support them through whatever they need.
Hey Apollo, I'm here to tell you a little bit about special events. So obviously special events chairs are in charge of organizing things like food truck fiesta and benefit concert. Each year we try to strive to make each event bigger and better than the last. Obviously our goal is to fundraise as much money as possible, in addition to introducing new events throughout the year like we did last year with Winter Village. The coolest thing about special events is probably the ability to work with people that you otherwise wouldn't as a typical Penn State student. Wilson and I formed really great relationships with community partners, and that's going to be a really big push for special events next year, is to expand our focus on fundraising through the local state college community. So a lot of special events work is really done behind the scenes, so you're going to need really solid communication skills because you're going to be contacting vendors and other people like that. In addition to obviously organizational skills, there's a lot to keep track of in regards to checks coming in and things like that. Also, come the day of the event, there's tons of stuff going on, so you're going to need good leadership skills, the ability to delegate tasks. Obviously, you and your chair pair can't do everything yourself, and you need the ability to make really strong executive decisions when it comes down to it. So overall, special events is a really amazing position, and of course you have your chair pair to lean on you for help. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks.
What's up, gamers? It's your boy Wilson Miller. I'm here to talk about special events, which was my position this year. And so I think that there's two main important things that you need to have in order to succeed in this position, and that's time management and communication. So time management is an obvious one. You need to be able to plan out events in the future. Mary and I both had a schedule that we would follow, and we knew that by a certain time we had to have something done. And if we didn't have that done, then that would really slow down our progress moving forward for that event, but also other events, because many events throughout the year overlap. So you need to be able to have that time management to see that, you know, on Monday I got to do this for this event, on Wednesday I got to do this, on Thursday I have 2 meetings for this event and that event. And so you just really need to know, you need to have a good time management, but also communication is, I think, bigger than time management. You're going to be working with people from the downtown improvement district. You're going to be working with people from like the State College Borough with like the health codes and stuff like that. You're going to be working with the people in the hub about advertising, but also renting space, and you're going to be contacting all sorts of like food vendors and artists and performers and all sorts of things. So communication is key. You're going to be communicating over, you know, email, phone calls, text, in person. And so you just need to be able to communicate over those different forms. So I hope everyone's having a nice break and you're staying safe out there. If you have any questions, you can call me or text me 814-280-4261.
We're back. That's it. Quiet meeting this week. Make sure you are staying involved with Apollo stuff. We have Minecraft, D&D, we're doing arts and crafts, we're watching Netflix together. If you have more ideas, please let us know. We will start up more stuff. We love that. We sent out a playlist called Quarantunes, which you can spam adding music into. I just added like 20 hours to it. Wild. I didn't mean to. Sorry. So make sure you're staying involved with Apollo as well as you can. Should help to ease the boredom a little bit. And see you in fall. Stay healthy and never give up.